This game preview is brought to you by Manscaped's Premium Ultra Soft Boxer Briefs 2.0, complete with the all-new jewel pouch to protect your stones. Use the promo code SACCITY for 20% off and free worldwide shipping. Manscaped, the perfect tools to protect your jewels.
The Cincinnati Bengals traveling to East Rutherford to take on the New York Jets. The 1-1 Jets hosting the 0-2 Bengals, and it's a revenge game. Do you know who it is? Do you know who the revenge game's for?
You'll it's probably some backup third string left tackle that you like.
It's my tight end last week.
CJ Uzoma.
Yeah, it's my well, not last week. My tight end from last season, who I for some reason picked every week in DFS, and it never paid off, and I still stuck with it. But yes, it is a revenge game for CJ Uzoma. That's what it is. Last year when the Bengals played the Jets, it was the coming out party of Mike White. He actually looked very good against the Cincinnati Bengals as the Jets pulled off the upset last year with him. But this year, again, it's not Zach Wilson being the starting quarterback for the Jets when they play the Bengals. It is Joe Flacco this time. And unlike last week when Joe Flacco was matched up against the Browns, this week he does not have a great record against the Cincinnati Bengals. Actually, he has the most losses to the Bengals by a starting quarterback in NFL history. So not the same type of results for Joe Flacco like he had last week against the Browns. But for the Bengals, they have not looked good, and I've been harsh on them. I have been harsh. I've been very disappointed. This game could be different. This game could be a bounce back. Is this a must-win game for them?
Come on, Vinny. You're going to make me break all my Cardinal rules right now. Number one, I don't say games are must-win when they're not actually must-win. Unless they're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, I don't call it a must-win game. I don't like the term. However, yeah, I guess from the standard of must-win games, from what most people see them as, because if you fall 0-3 and you're the Bengals and that third loss, this is not to the Dallas Cowboys, which is probably a decent team, but without their quarterback, at home, on the road, whatever. This is the New York Jets. And it's not a division rivalry. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is the New York Jets. It's an out-of-division game. You're 0-2. Yeah, if the Bengals lose this game, I don't know what I'll do on Monday. I don't know. I might come in here and it might be 22 minutes of me just shitting on the Bengals fans. And I wouldn't care. Like, you might have to kick me off the show because I will go so hard on the Bengals fans. I won't be able to be controlled. So yeah, I guess in that sense, this is a must win for them. You have to prove that last year was not a fluky season. And I'm sorry. And I said this last year, we were so quick. And I'm not saying I know the offensive line play is bad, but we were so quick to anoint Joe Burrow and what he was going to be and all. And great,
we had off-season conversations of whether or not Joe Burrow was the best quarterback in this division, like over Lamar, who has an MVP and stuff like that. Like, that was the conversation this off-season from people. Like, that was a thing.
Exactly. And so for me, we don't give we pick and choose. I mean, I'm talking in media and all. Like, we are very good about picking and choosing when we want things to apply. Like, if Dak Prescott, who Cowboy fans, everybody wants to be a hater or a lover. Dak Prescott played like Joe Burrow, even with the bad offensive line, because we've seen this. He's criticized. But if Patrick Mahomes does it, it's the offensive line, right? So we pick and choose when we want guys to be the one to blame. And right now, Joe Burrow is like put on this pedestal over the past year and a half. And I'm sorry, he has to play better. He's turning the football over. He holds the football too long. Some of those sacks that they give up are his fault because he's holding the football so long. And I don't want to hear Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd aren't open because we say that's one of the best receiving corps in football. So some of this is on Joe Burrow. Some of this is on the head coach. And I've noticed that we haven't been saying anything about Joe Burrow. But Joe Burrow has to overcome some of those things. Tom Brady's finding ways to win. And his offensive line is dismantled, has no wide receivers. You know what I mean? And we give Joe Burrow a pass right now, and I don't think we should be doing that. I think we should be holding him accountable for at least playing better, and he's not playing better. His QBR is not great, and again, that takes out the metric of sacks. So I want people to start being realistic about this team. If they lose to the Jets, I am going to go crazy. I don't want to hear shit from a Bengals fan. Nothing. I don't want no excuse about offensive line, head coach, Joe Burrow, defense. I don't want to hear nothing.
I would be extremely disappointed in this game if the Bengals lose. Like that's where we're at in this point. I'm very happy that I was able to get you to finally say that this is a must-win game and break your rule. Right now, the Bengals just have not looked good. Their offense has not looked good, averaging 4.3 yards per play. It was 31st in the NFL. They have not looked good. The Jets, on the other hand, they could move a boov 500 for the first time since 2018. They can be an above 500 team for the first time since 2018 if they could beat the Cincinnati Bengals here. I don't think that they do that. I think the Bengals, I'm trusting the Bengals here one more time and saying that the Bengals bounce back in this game 35-17 Bengals.
Wow. 35 points.
Yeah,
I think you might trust my offensive take of them breaking out sometimes. Shit,
I do, and this is the game I think that it happens, and I know it's on the road, but I do think that this is the game where
disrespectful to Robert Saleh.
I don't mean to, and I really hope it's not the case. I love what the Jets have going on there. I love that defense, but I just think that with what this offense is and what we know them to be, at least like what we've seen from them in the past, they're a team that does occasionally rise above adversity, and they're a very fiery team when people are down on them. And I think that they're well aware of where they stand right now, and they know that they have been very disappointing, including Joe Burrow, including Jamar Chase.
Do you attribute this to Joe Burrow deleting all of his social media accounts? I don't know if you saw that story.
I did not see that story.
Yeah, so Joe Burrow deleted all of his social media accounts. So I always find that funny, 0-2 start. You're probably getting messages from people like, "Oh, you suck," whatever, and then you go and delete your social media like that's going to change your life. Whatever. I don't know.
All about the mental, baby. All about the mental.
Yeah, mental is whatever. As long as this guy's on the field, the Bengals suck. I will take the Bengals in this one, 27-19.
AJ has the Bengals in this one, 30-27.
And Dylan has the Bengals over the Jets in this one.
It's funny. I think both of our interns are in the chat right now. Bailey has 24-16, and Tyler has the Jets winning in this game, taking Joe Flacco, leading them to 3-1. So this
well, maybe we hired the wrong interns.
That's great. That's funny. That's a good one. But if they're right, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.